I'm joined now by Steve and Ian. Welcome to you both. Now, I'm actually going to ask you to introduce yourselves for everybody watching at home. So just give us a general idea of who you're representing and why you are here today, really.
Hi, so I'm Councillor Steve Pitt from Portsmouth City Council, and I'm the Cabinet member whose portfolio is quite diverse, but it includes regeneration, and obviously the port's a key part of that and why we're here today.
Fantastic, thank you. Ian.
Hi, and I'm Ian Palacio. I'm Business Development Manager at Portsmouth International Port, and we are part of the Solent Freeport as one of the custom zones within the Solent Freeport.
Okay, so we've already had a lot of presentations today, a lot of talks, a lot of information to take in, both for everyone here in person and watching at home. So what are you specifically excited about? And going away from here today, what's the resonating message so far?
Well, of course, this isn't news to us because we've all been involved in working on it for quite some time. And I think that the key bit for us is all of it. It all has to work. It's not just about marine jobs. It's not just about the success of maritime. It is also about those green initiatives as well, about health and well-being and increasing local skills, getting people earning more money and getting rewarded properly so they can actually enjoy their lives. All of these things are important. But obviously for Portsmouth, the port's a key player in that. And actually it kind of represents what all of this should be if it works together, because the port, because it's owned by the council, pays back in to support those local services that make all those things happen. So this is kind of a much bigger, writ large model of what we've been doing in Portsmouth for quite a long time.
And Ian, I'll also ask you the same question.
Yeah, absolutely. From the port's perspective, this whole Solent Freeport initiative is a way of making sure all of the region's ports actually work together. When you look at what we handle at each port, in many ways we complement each other. So Portsmouth is the second most significant ferry port or continental ferry port in the UK. We handle the most fruit cargo in the whole of the UK. So when you couple that with the Port of Southampton's assets in there as their export port, the cruise vessels that they do there, which we also do at Portsmouth, it comes together as a very significant port, very similar to the big European ports like Antwerp, Hamburg, etc. So it's a really good machine to bring all the ports together.
Now, I know that you've mentioned about the bigger picture and everything needs to work, as you say, and what is key is everything. Yeah. That to me sounds quite daunting. What's your take?
I think it's important to remember that the Freeport is not existing in isolation. We're all very used to working together on the Solent LEP, and those partnerships are very important to us. You'll have heard in the debate this morning that there was some challenge around, well, you've got Lib Dem councils, Conservative councils, Labour
I did hear a lot of challenge on the panel, which I wasn't expecting.
But actually the reality is that on the really big things that do matter, and the Freeport's going to be one of those, that we are able to just park all of that outside the door and get on and have honest discussions about what's best for the region. Because if one person benefits, we all benefit. If one council benefits, we all benefit. So we're very good at actually having those conversations, and there's close working relationships do exist between the councils. So I think there's lots of positives to take from that, and the fact that going into the Freeport, you've also got partnership for South Hampshire, of course, as well. Those bodies act as support mechanisms to make the Freeport a success. Brian has taken over that chair's role of Freeport. He's come from the LEP. So there is already a very strong network of partners in Hampshire, and particularly in South Hampshire. So I think we're going to hit the ground running with this. This is not an embryonic organisation. It's kind of the fruition of what we've been working towards for quite a long time.
And that is a great place to be, a great position to be in going into this big plan, this big strategy. And you were saying about the collaboration of the ports. What is the mood like then? What is the atmosphere amongst you all? Is it a teamwork, a family, all embracing, as you say, like working together and looking at what you can all benefit from?
You've hit the nail on the head. That's absolutely what it's like. I spent many happy years working at the Port of Southampton. I've moved to Portsmouth for a new opportunity, but we all know each other. We all know the benefits of the region. We all know the benefits of each port. So what we always try and do is place the right business in the right port. There's no point in competing over it if you don't need to, because what we really want to be doing is sorting it all out in an orderly fashion in order to improve the business throughout the region.
Sounds like a brilliant bedrock and a great launch pad for all of these ambitions. So I'm quite happy with what I'm hearing from both of you. And actually, finally, just to leave us with, what should the people be excited about, in the region? How will it affect them directly? We've talked from a business point of view, collaboration of the organisations, but actual local people living in the region, how do they stand to benefit?
Well, they're going to see more investment because of the retention of that business rates income and reinvestment in the local area. But if we get it right, they're also going to see better life chances, improved skills opportunities for them, better jobs, frankly. They're also going to see more innovation, which is always exciting, particularly around creativity. I know this afternoon we're going to hear from the University of Portsmouth about their Creative XR, which is groundbreaking and a leader in the country. Being that hub for creativity, whether it's on the water or on land, supporting the water, that's where the excitement really is, because we want our children to have positive futures and we want them to be able to enjoy them in a green and sustainable way. All of those things are linked up with this Freeport bid, and that's why it's so important.
Oh, it's brilliant. Well, I hope that, this feeling of family and teamwork filters through and carries on for a long, long time. But thank you both for talking to me, and what a lovely positive note to leave it on. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we are going to be having another interview very shortly. But just first, when I was speaking to Matt earlier, he did mention that he was open to people getting in touch with him. So I believe there will be contact details in the comments. So have a little look through there if you want to be one of those people to get in touch with Matt.